Welcome to the circle, it's the winning team.
So as a bonus, I know it's not a foam roller, it's going to be trigger point release therapy where I'm using a softball. You see the tennis ball there in the frame. The tennis ball works just as good. What I've done is place the softball at a nice spot kind of towards the bottom of my neck, almost at my trap muscles. I'm just going to move my head in a figure 8 motion. I found a spot that's tight and tense. Again, I'm just playing around, working the spot out.
Do you know me better when you coaching me? Help me keep my focus on the present. Colors make sense when you blend it. Girl, you know the shit.
So we're going to use that softball to really target one of the major muscles that we use when we run, our glutes. Yes, this is painful, but definitely worth it. You see, I found a spot, and again, I'm just going to sit there and do small movements, letting gravity do all the work for me.
Let it fall away. Let it fall away.
So after I feel that spot has been worked out, I'll go ahead and move it on down the posterior chain to my hamstring. I really prefer a softball for my hamstring over a foam roller, but I think that might come with experience. I may have worked so much on my hamstrings that I need a little bit more intense therapy. So as you begin your foam rolling journey, you decide what is comfortable for you and how much intensity you need. Now I'm going to use a softball once again to target some of my back. Same method applies kind of throughout this video. I'm found a spot that has some tenderness, has some soreness. I'm just going to put the softball there and work big movements with my arm, just targeting the spot, trying to get some movement, some flexibility. So what you notice is that as I'm moving my arm, I just change up my motions a little bit. I try to hit the spot in different ways. I'll go up and down, I'll do some rotational things for my shoulder, move down a little bit, and repeat. If you've made it this far, I think you deserve a special appearance from my boss. I went ahead and flipped over so I can target my chest now that I've done my back. A nice tip here is if this is too much pressure, you can go ahead and lean against a wall standing up and do the same thing. Of course, we can't forget about our feet, so I'm going to use the softball to perform some trigger point therapy on our foot. I do have this in a dorsiflexion video as a part of rehab, but it's a little bit easier to view thanks to my handy cameraman. So I'm going to begin just rolling my foot back and forth, maybe identifying any sort of knots that might be in there. I'll move on with my feet, my toes on the ground, and rolling the heel against the softball. Once I've worked out my heel, I'll go ahead and place the heel on the ground and do the same with the toes. I'll try to have the softball slightly under my big toe. And while the heel's planted, I'll just rotate back and forth, back and forth. So here's a good lesson. I can tell I found a spot because my feet are curled over. My toes are curled over. That's not what we want. We actually want them extended out. You see how I extend them? That means I'm working through a spot right there. That's more so what we want. Feet spread, toes extended.
Welcome to the circle, it's the winning team.